Well, it's time now for a look through the day's papers, and I'm joined in the studio by Deeptika Laurent. Deepti, you're starting with one of our top stories. Lots of reactions to the U.S. immigration authorities, ICE taking into custody a 5-year-old boy in Minneapolis on Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. Liam Conejo Ramos was not only taken in by ICE earlier this week, he was actually used as bait to draw out other members of his family. That's what a lot of the press is picking up on today. All of this happened as he came home from school on Tuesday. The Guardian notes on its front page there's a picture, this picture that really has gone quite viral. This picture of Liam being detained by ICE. It's also on the front page of the Spanish paper La Vanguardia. Here he is in almost the identical picture here. Liam, 5 years old, detained, it says. They're now being held in a Homeland Security facility in San Antonio. According to their lawyer, they are not U.S. citizens, but they followed all the legal procedures to arrive and live in the U.S. The Guardian reports in its edition today that a fundraiser for the boy's family has now received more than $100,000. This money will be used to help pay for their legal costs.
And we're seeing a lot of outrage in the opinion pages as well over this, Deepti.
Absolutely. I mean, just a reminder, it comes just a few weeks after Renee Good was a 37-year-old mother, was killed by ICE in Minneapolis. The images of a small child being caught up in quote Donald Trump's dragnet approach to mass deportations is dystopian. That's what the Guardian says. The USA Today opinion piece here says there is no justification for this. The writer saying that the father had no criminal record nor an order of deportation. A family separated, a child traumatized. Is this your golden age? The opinion writer asks of the Donald Trump administration, accusing the government of driving Minneapolis into a state of siege, while the Washington Post says, evokes what it calls the abhorrent power of this photograph. It says an image like this once could change history, could sway public opinion. Can it still have the same effect?
Yeah, that sweet boy in his little bunny hat. We'll have to wait and see. Deepti, moving away from the U.S. now to India, where the killing of a man in the state of Manipur has revived ethnic tensions in the region.
Yeah, it's on the front page of The Hindu today here. Tensions rising in Manipur after a Métis man is abducted and killed. It's also gets a very small mention, albeit, but a mention nonetheless on the front of the Hindustan Times as well. Tensions are indeed rising after a man was shot dead on Wednesday evening. Now, the killing was recorded and circulated online, interrupting months of relative peace in the restive state of Manipur, which is in northeastern India. The man was, as the Indian Express explains, the man was from the Métis community. He was assassinated while visiting his wife, who is from the Kuki-Zo community. The two communities were the source of ethnic tensions back in 2023 over a local government's affirmative action measure in favor of the dominant Métis community. According to this same paper, no organization has claimed responsibility, but security sources believe it could have been an organized hit by the Kuki National Army. A security officer saying it is a deliberate attempt to spark a fresh cycle of violence. The video was accompanied by a message that is a reference to attempts to form a popular state government next month. These efforts are now in jeopardy in light of this killing.
All right, a story to keep an eye on there in India. We're going to move on to some lighter topics now, Deepti. A French train operator, the SNCF, has sparked some controversy with its new business class that is not kid-friendly.
Yes, exactly. And I think that is the problem there. The message seems not to be about the new business class, but about the decidedly no kids or not kid-friendly aspect. As this website notes here, Travel and Tour World, few topics in the world of travel are as polarizing as the child-free zone. Now, this month, train operator SNCF relaunched its premium travel tier that is not available to children under 12, but is open to passengers traveling with dogs. It sparks the age-old debate around family-friendly travel and peace and quiet travel. Now, the business premiere is marketed as a sanctuary for those wanting to work. There's a no phones policy. There is in-seat dining. But critics say it sends a wrong message about families traveling with children. And they probably just ended up marketing it the wrong way, because Libération here looks at all the other European countries which are decidedly kid-friendly. You might even say proudly kid-friendly. On Swiss trains, for instance, they have a section with kids slides. On Finnish trains, you have libraries, and in Norwegian trains, you have colorful play areas. So when it comes to modern traveling, it seems like France is actually very, very backwards.
Yeah, as someone who now has a kid, I have to say I'm ready to move to one of those other countries. France needs to take a hint. Finally, from you, Deepti, the stars of a wildly successful TV series will be torchbearers at the Winter Olympics coming up in just a few weeks.
Yeah, that's right. They're the stars of Heated Rivalry. It's a series that a gay ice hockey romance that has taken the world by storm for its storylines, but also its very steamy sex scenes. Now, Hudson Williams and Connor Stories will be the torchbearers at the opening ceremony in Milan for the Winter Games. So from the small screen to the stadium, it's been quite a year for the series' two lead actors.
Yeah, it sounds like an LGBTQ-friendly message for the opening of the Olympics as well. Deepti, thank you so much for that look through the day's papers. That was Deeptika Laurent with our press review. Time for us to take a short break, but stay with us if you can on France 24. We'll have more news coming up soon.